everyone, guess what? I have started my YouTube channel and this is going to be my first YouTube video. Okay, so I was being very shy from a very long time that should I start or should I just, skip the idea. But then I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. So here I am finally making my first YouTube video. And as we all know that the wedding season is around, so why not start with a very basic makeup tutorial video. This is the look which I have created. It's a very simple, very basic makeup tutorial video. And this particular makeup you can wear every day. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to moisturize my face, and for me it's very important to moisturize it because I have a combination skin. Like I have oily skin here and I have really dry skin at this area. To moisturize my face, I'm using this particular cream. This works really good on my face and I've been using it since past 3 years now. Okay. So now I've moisturized my face. Going further, I'll be using a very basic base. Why I'm saying basic? Because it's easily available and it's not that expensive also. I have been using this particular base. It's by Dermacolor for a very long time and only this base has suited my face the best. I've tried so many expensive foundation and I realized after a long time that liquid foundation doesn't suit on my skin at all. It kind of makes my face very cakey and I start to get lines and it doesn't give a good finish to my face. See, it's very important for you to find a good base that actually works for your skin and it suits your skin type. I have a combination skin and also I have a lot of acne marks. I have, if you can see, I have a lot of dents on my skin. These are acne scars, and if I use liquid foundation, that liquid kind of goes inside these dents and it sort of collects it and makes my face very cakey and uneven. Like the makeup doesn't give a good effect if I use a liquid foundation. So that's why I go for cream foundation. Now to make it spread very nicely on my face, I use a glow primer, sheer glow primer. It's by Misho, and I just put 2 drops in it, and that's how I get started. So just mix it properly, and starting with my under eye. Now I'll be taking a buffing brush to spread it evenly. Also, I have very hooded eyes. So my main concern area is my under eye. I really have to blend my makeup properly under my eyes because if I don't do that, this particular area will look very even in spreading makeup and this particular area will just look as if, you've not concentrated much on it. So just to give an even look, I have to work a lot on my under eye area and blend it properly. I take a lot of time to blend my base. बाकी सब चीज़ें बहुत easily हो जाती हैं. I don't give much time in eye makeup or contouring, but base is something which I really focus on, and it's very important for you to find a good base for yourself. You have to really experiment a lot in finding a good base, and that's how you will understand after a while that this particular product suits the best and what doesn't suit. match your neck, like the area which is visible. I mean, the area that is where you really have to match that particular area also, because ultimately if you're putting base, you are, you know, making your skin one shade lighter to what your original skin tone is. So it's important to match your neck and ear and everything. Okay. Now once I'm done with my base, I will again focus a little bit around my eye, is because as I mentioned, I have hooded eyes and my under eye area needs to look really even. Also, I'm using brushes by Real Technique. These are really good brushes, a little expensive, but these are really good. Like, I have been using these brushes since 2017 and they are as it is. Now again, fixing my under eye with this particular concealer by Bobbi Brown. I'm just using, in this particular area, I'm just using my finger and I'm just dabbing it like this. This base that I'm using is by Dermacolor in the shade 4.5. So my shade of Dermacolor is D5, but I use D4.5. Why? Because my face has a tendency of oxidizing makeup. Like, you know, if I step out, after a while it becomes one shade darker to what makeup I've actually put. So that's the reason why I use one shade lighter of any particular base, like in my case this particular base. But since I've already applied one shade lighter and I also have to conceal my under eyes properly, so after applying foundation, like after applying my base, I'm using this particular concealer which is exactly of my skin shade, like exactly. Like if you see me putting this before putting any other base, you will see that there's no visible difference apart from hiding, you know, the darker area. It's because it helps in making my under eyes look exactly of this particular shade. Like, this is 2 to 3 shades darker. So if I'm using this will make, you know, these two even. But if I'm putting one more layer extra, so this will like complement my overall skin complexion. So I'm done with my base. This is something which is really important that I want to discuss with you all. And I actually took a very long time to understand that what was the problem that did not make my skin look even. So what people generally do is, after completing their foundation, after doing their base, they immediately step onto contouring. But I don't do contouring first. I, you know, just bake my face. I use loose powder all over my face and just let it settle. Why I do that? Because as I mentioned, I have a lot of acne scars on my face. Like, I have a lot of dents. Like, if you can, like, people who have seen me without makeup very closely, they know that there are a lot of dents here. And when we contour this portion generally. Like, we start with this portion. And so if this area is affected, so when you use contour, so contours are very dark, like they are dark brown in shade. So what happens is, when you start to contour, just immediately after putting base, you know, the brown liquid or the brown base, the dark brown base, it kind of settles in those dents. And after a while, your face will look very cakey, very patchy, and it will not give a, you know, your face will not look, you know, as if you've sculpted it properly. It'll look very uneven. So it is not the problem of the products, it is the problem of the technique. So in my case, and especially those girls who are, you know, having acne scars or, you know, chicken pox marks, or in my case, I had measles also when I was young. So measles marks and acne scars. So it kind of aggravated my skin. And I got introduced to skincare really late. Like, I got introduced to skincare now, like just 1 or 2 years back. So I can understand what, you know, the girls who have that kind of a skin texture go through, what problems they have. So it's just a pro tip that I'm giving. So just bake your face first. You know, it'll help in cementing the, you know, the dents, the void, that the mark that I've left. And after that, when you put contour, after that when you will apply your the brown, the powder thing or the cream thing, it'll give a better finish to your face. So yeah, let's do the cementing part. Again, this is one shade lighter to my skin tone. Now, the contouring part. So I'll be contouring my nose in the end because I have to actually see how much, this particular contour has worked on my face, and then that's how I will particularly contour my nose, if I need very sharp or if I need a normal contour or if I don't need nose contouring at all. So for contouring part, I don't rub it like this, which we generally do. I just pout my face like this and then upward motion. And this go down for this particular area, for your jawline area, go down, because if you go down, this area and a little till here will also get contoured and it look more chiseled and see, contouring needs a lot of blending. So for any girl whose skin is very acne prone, if you immediately apply contour after you put base, then this is what I meant. It will just get collected in those voids, just to make it very cakey. That's the reason why we did that cementing part. Done with contouring. Not a lot of contouring is required immediately because makeup kind of settles on your face and it takes 10-15 minutes. By the time you finish other things, this will also settle and you can easily rub it off. Next is eyebrows. So I already have thick eyebrows and it's already black, so I don't use much of it. I just give it a shape, down eyebrow pencil, and I just wherever I have less hair, I just kind of fill it and give it an impression of having thick hair there as well. This is what I do. Do the same thing to just blend the pencil mark that it has left. Okay, that's pretty much of my eyebrow done. Now we'll move on to the eye makeup part. I generally don't do a lot of eye makeup because it looks too much, especially for me because I have big eyes, and if I start putting big liner and a lot of kajal, so my eyes look too much overdone. So in my particular case, I do very minimal eye makeup, just 1 or 2 shades. I don't do the cut crease or too much of transition shades. I do very basic eye makeup. And of course since the wedding season is here, and apart from the events that you have, there are a lot of get together, there are a lot of normal gathering that happen, and you also need to look good, but you also don't need to look overdone. So a minimal of makeup, so you don't need to do too much of it. So yeah, less is more. So we'll do very basic eye makeup. I will be wearing eyelashes, so any which ways I won't do too much of eye makeup. So for eye makeup, I will be using Empowered by Huda Beauty. This is what my sister gifted me recently, and I am not going too much into their vibrant shades. At the end, I might use a little bit of shimmer, but that I'll decide in the end. I like doing light eyeshadow makeup because I don't like too much of eye makeup. First thing anybody notices in you are your eyes, and they should look natural and it should look as if close to reality and nothing very fake. So this is what I believe. I don't like doing too much of eye makeup. So to give it a little more depth, I'm using this shade Legacy at the sides. I'll be using the same eyeshadow to put it under my eye, like on my lower lash line, the shade Legacy. And to give a little bit of shimmer to it, I'm using bold moves. I'll be using my finger for that, and just a tiny amount of it, a little bit, like this much. So there's nothing as no makeup look. You eventually end up putting a lot of makeup to achieve that no makeup look, and you can see, like if you see the overall result of it, you will find as if, you know, there's no makeup really done on the face, but when you'll actually see the makeup process, you will understand that how much effort we've actually put in. Now I'll be using eyeliner. Also, if you don't put eyeliner and just simply put falsies, if at all you're putting falsies for your particular makeup thing, you don't really need to put eyeliner. I am putting it because, you know, when you put lashes, you know, there's a glue line which forms on top of it. So just to hide it, what's left? Blush on, lipstick, and the nose contour. So we'll go with, we'll put a little bit of kajal also. Okay. Like I'm also okay in not putting kajal, but when you dress up in any Indian attire, so it's a kind of, you know, it looks better when you put kajal. It's now blush on. A little bit of highlighter. Now the nose contouring part. See, for nose contouring you have to be really very particular, because the sharpness of your nose, you know, defines how sharp your overall face is. So if you have contoured a lot, like here, you don't need to do a lot of nose contouring. And if you have done a very minimum of, you know, side contour, face contour, jaw contour, then in that case you need to do a very sharp nose contouring. So I am doing a very basic nose contouring, and for that I am using Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm using this very dark brown shade which is Legacy, which I've also used as my eyeshadow. You can use any dark brown eyeshadow if you have, and just put it a very little amount on your eyeshadow brush and then draw a line like this. Clean the extra part and blend it. Now you blend it downwards, not upwards like this, but for nose contouring you contour it downwards because this portion needs to be sharp and you don't have to touch this portion with the contouring thing. So the shadow has to be here. So just blending it downwards like this. Like we have a tendency of doing this, but don't do that because it will ultimately make a line and it will not spread evenly. And then blend it again. So for lipstick, I am again using a very basic lip shade. This is Kay Beauty Unleash. This shade Top by Sugar Pop. This I'm putting a little bit of lip gloss. Now what is left? Falsies. So for glue, I am using Swiss Beauty Pro Eyelash Glue. It is completely black. It's not white or grey. It is completely black, like I can show you. It is this black, almost. But be very careful, like you have to be extra careful to make sure that nobody is disturbing you in any particular way. And just place it in the center. The other side, now in the end we'll put some mascara. This mascara is Bobbi Brown's Smoky Eye Mascara. Just brush the extra thing off. Okay, and that is pretty much of it. I don't think anything extra is required. Okay, so this is my final look. It's a very basic makeup tutorial and I've not done a lot of it. I wanted to share my makeup ritual with you all and I hope you like it. And since it is my first YouTube video, so please shower some love. Alright, so like, share and subscribe to my channel and do let me know in the comment section below what you think about this video. Till then, bye, have a nice day.
Finally.
Oh God.